TINUBU orders reopening of SAMIYA international border. Ex-President OBASANJO'S daughter, Professor IYABO declares for OGUN governorship race, joins APC. KOGI ADC faults SIEC on conduct of local government poll, threatening court action. Why I fought with my wife NATASHA in London, Baba explains. Hello, I want to welcome to Global News, reaching you live from the city of LOKOJA, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am ADVOCACY. Thanks for joining us. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ordered the immediate reopening of the SAMIYA international border in Kebbi State with the Republic of Benin. The directive was disclosed in Birnin Kebbi when the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, paid a one-day official visit to the Nigeria Customs Service Area Command in the Kebbi State capital. Addressing officers and men of the command, Adeniyi warned them against compromising the federal government's decision by conniving with smugglers or other non-state actors to undermine government objectives. He said the initiative will address transit bottlenecks, safeguard national security, and guarantee a 48-hour cargo clearance window through the redeployment of cutting-edge technology to prevent the diversion of goods. According to him, President Tinubu has given customs the mandate to allow trucks to transit through the Niger Republic, through the Benin Republic and Kebbi State, adding that modern technology is being deployed to ensure that goods meant for specific destinations are not diverted. He warned that economic operators who violate transit regulations will face stiff sanctions, stressing that non-compliance will create non-tariff barriers and undermine trust between neighboring countries. The customs boss, who received a rousing welcome from officers and men of the Kebbi Area Command, was accompanied by a delegation from the Benin Republic Customs Service, led by Emura Idriso, as well as other officials. The KOGI state government has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting credible investors whose initiatives align with Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo's renewed hope agenda aimed at improving the welfare and living standards of the people. The assurance was given by the Director General of the KOGI State Bureau of Land through the Permanent Secretary, Dr. Emmanuel Balanegedo, during a courtesy visit by executive members of the MAISTRADE Cooperative Federation. The delegation visited the Bureau to seek approval for the acquirement of 100 hectares of land across the State 3 senatorial district. The proposed project is focused on construction of affordable housing units for farmers, a strategic intervention designed to address the long-standing challenge of home ownership among rural producers. They also seek for the lease of 11,000 hectares for rice farming. Let's join our reporter for more.
Farmers across the world, particularly smallholders, farmers and rural laborers, often lack access to basic amenities and face serious challenges in securing safe, adequate and legal housing. This situation is largely driven by low incomes, insecure land texture and poor infrastructure, forcing many to live in makeshift, temporary or overcrowded conditions. In a move to bridge this gap and improve living standards, the MAISTRADE team held a meeting with the KOGI State Bureau of Lands to kickstart a pilot project aimed at acquiring 11,000 hectares for rice farming and 100,000 hectares for farmer housing scheme.
It's not necessarily giving us the entire 100 hectares in a single place. No, you might not give us in a single place. You can give us 2-3 places. We are okay, but we just want a cluster that okay. These are people in different clusters.
The 100 hectares of land and the 50 hectares in each of the 21 local government areas
is for farmers' estates. We want our farmers to own their own houses.
We still have to contact those who own the land. And we cannot just give you a letter except you go for acquisition of such a land. No, you are right. That's why I said you need to validate what we're bringing. That's the key word here. And when we submit all that, you ask questions, you know, in the sensitization workshop, so we'll answer to each person. You'll get an outlook of it soon.
The engagement produced strategic steps expected to improve the welfare of farmers across the states. Speaking on behalf of the government, the Permanent Secretary, KOGI State Bureau of Lands, Dr. Emmanuel Bala Inegedu, assured the visiting team of the state's readiness to partner with positive initiatives by MAISTRADE, urging them to be confident of the government's full collaboration.
Development of the state is not the sole responsibility of government alone. I'm happy that MAISTRADE Multipurpose Corporate Federation Limited, they are key into the development objective agenda of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kogi State. And we are happy. What they came for, the first point of call is Bureau of Lands, and they are here with our intention to acquire some parcel of land. As a bureau, we are very ready to partner with them, to give them what it takes, to do what it takes for them to acquire the piece of land that they need for the rice farming and mass housing for the people.
The President and the Chief Vision Officer of the MAISTRADE Multipurpose Cooperative Federation, Benjamin Abdulli, said engaging the government was necessary to prevent land encroachment and ensure proper allocation of lands by host communities and local governments.
So far, I think the Kogi State government have been the most cooperative, I must tell you. So far, we already have the survey report for the lands for the farming, so we are working now on the housing side, and I think that it will be provided. I'm very confident it will be provided. When you invest in security solutions like the drones we are having, the government is also providing some other social security solutions. So combination of the government security apparatus and our own private security apparatus will give us enough security to live peacefully and also farm peacefully. The new era is here, digital farming is here, so they should brace up for what is coming. They've never seen it before, but they'll be impressed because their life will change for the better.
He also outlined plans for the successful implementation of the project across the states.
Well, we are already working with women in agri to finance thousands of farmers to farm. When they farm as a business, they begin to earn more money. Naturally, when they begin to earn more money, they need a better life. If we do not invest in providing that better life from them, they will start to plan to move to the cities and we will lose them. So what we want to do, therefore, is to invest in different welfare, starting from housing, so that they can have quality housing and other social services, so that they can get these amenities in Abuja and Lagos in the villages. Once they get good housing, have other social amenities, then there's no need for them to leave the village. The other way they can stay there and keep on farming and producing food for us, and then everybody is happy.
The National President of Women in Agric and the National Coordinator of Women and Youth Empowerment for MAISTRADE, Dr. Esther Awudu, spoke on the roles of both stakeholders and government in ensuring the project's success.
It's something that no organization has done, and I believe that God can use anybody to start a team. And thank God, MAIS as a partner is now coming to help us to fulfill that particular point of our concept, that is giving us house of our own, that after we are old, you cannot even go to farm again. One of the pension of farmers is to own a house, which the MAIS is bringing for us. So we are very happy, and we want the government to support us to create enabling environment for us to do this. And we are asking for land, secured one. We need security, so that by the time this project starts, just like what my CVO said, not that after we have started, overnight, the government will come up and say they want to use the land.
She commended the donor partner, the Rural Electrification Agency, through the African Development Bank for its support. According to her, Solar panels have already been delivered, while 10 rice mill machines are set to be installed and commissioned in 10 communities across 8 local government areas of the state. I am Faith Adike reporting for Mlc Tv.
The Senior Special Assistant to the KOGI State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo on road safety matters, Suberu Yusuf, has taken road safety advocacy from the street to the church. The sensitization exercise involved officers of the Road Safety Corps and the vehicle inspection officers who embarked on a walk from the government house to ECWA Good News Church, 200-unit old Poly Quarters, Lokoja. Speaking at the church, the SSA urged the pastor and church leadership to continue educating road users on safety policies and guidelines aimed at preventing road crashes and accidents on highways and other roads across the state. We now join our reporter for more details.
The Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSA) in 2025 reported that over 9% rise in road traffic crashes compared to 2024. The report also states that Kogi State remains a high-risk area for road traffic crashes in Nigeria, frequently ranking high in the north-central zone due to its position as a gateway connecting the north and south. While some periods have shown fluctuations, serious and fatal accidents remain a significant concern, particularly along the Abuja-Lokoja and Lokoja-Obajana highways. In an effort to reduce the rate at which an accident occurs in Kogi State, the Senior Special Assistant on Road Safety Matters, Suberu Yusuf, in collaboration with the Road Safety Corps and vehicle inspection officials, took an advocacy walk through the street to the church. The team walked on the streets of Lokoja from the government house to the ECWA Good News Church at 200 units Old Poly Quarters, Lokoja. The convener and the SSA to Governor Ododo mentioned avoidable habits that are prone to causing accidents and advised road users on basic human principles and policies on the ground to guide them.
Just to narrow down, there are 3 major causes of crash. If you see road traffic crash today, 3 things that you must notice in that road crash. One of it may be mechanical. Before you engage your car in the morning, do what we call parade. Check your tires. Check the pressure. Somebody may be hiding even in your car. A child can play toward that direction. Your animal. You don't just open your car and engage the car. Let that car breathe. Let it also be sure that his normal is in a normal state. And then every of his senses will come in line before you engage. Modern cars today, there are indicators there who will tell you, oh, these things is wrong in your car. But if there is no indicator, check your water, check your oil. Very important. Environmental has to do with the road. And today, once in a while, please send your drivers for training. These days, the training that is required for driver is defensive.
He called on religious leaders to support the call to reduce fatal accidents on roads.
But in Kogi State, knowing fully well that it's a transit hub, the governor is interested in saving lives and property of the people that apply the road. So we have the responsibility to educate them about what they don't know. And after the education, if they refuse to listen and adjust, then enforcement can come in, which is also just a punitive measure of an education also, just to correct and put everybody in check. That is the reason why we are telling the churches and the mosques, because they are spiritual leaders who are saddled with responsibility to make sure that the people are behaved right in the society. So we start from the church, that tell the people that it is bad to be bad. It is bad to apply bad methodology in plying the road. The lives of people are precious. No price has been tagged to one life From now, I don't know if there's a new research and then there's a new policy in town, but for now, there's no price for human life, very precious. So therefore, we'll do everything it takes to make sure that the people are safe on Kogi Road and beyond.
The Deputy Commander, FRSA, Kogi State, Abraham Daniel, assured road users of their readiness to support, noting that officials are out to guide them not to witch hunt road users. When advised what happens to bad eggs among them who prefer to collect bribes instead of delivering on their mandate, the commandant said such officials are not allowed to remain if caught.
Before they set out every day in the morning, there's something we call pre-patrol brief. So during that period, the operation officer would brief them and tell them and educate them on how to behave on the road. And every day we do that. And even we do retraining for all the officers and men. We perform surveillance, we go on monitoring of all our men on the road. A lot of them have been brought to book and action have been taken.
The pastor, Reverend Paul Ogere, and members of the ECWA Church commended the team led by Suberu Yusuf, expressed satisfaction that if continued, more awareness on managing the state's busy highways will be achieved and auto crashes will reduce.
It's a superb development. They have come at a very rightful time when we are noticing high rate of road crashes today. And I want to say that if every citizen will abide by the sensitization today, that there will be a great improvement in terms of road-free journeys as we expect in Nigeria.
I think it's a very unique ideology by His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo. It's the first of its kind. This has been introduced since inception of our democratic governance, and the life of citizens is very key. And the key things, one is to be sound before you kick your car, before you be on the road. And when you are driving, it's good to have stability, moral stability. And it's also important that before you pick your car in the morning, you check on it to ensure that it runs before you engage. I think these are new things that people don't know. And I think it's a lot of knowledge impacted into the church.
Pastor Ogere used the occasion to call the state government's attention to areas that could help to reduce such dangers.
Yeah, we appeal through the office of the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor, to His Excellency, the Governor of Kogi State, that we need a safer roads that will be motorable and conducive for driving, because a lot of road crashes may not be the fault of the drivers, but the roads that are not safe, that are not good. So we appeal on that. We also appeal that there should be improvement in the visibilities along our roads, especially where there are bushes that it needs to be cleared so that the drivers will have more visibility to drive safely. We also appeal that the Excellency should improve on the security on our highways. We appreciate what he's doing, but we need more to be seen in terms of security, especially when you applied roads at distant places like the Kogi East, Kogi Central, and Kogi West axis. There is need for thorough security on the roads.
Based on reports, excessive speeding, loss of control, dangerous overtaking, lane violation, poor road infrastructure, potholes, narrow lanes, bad road conditions, and mechanically deficient vehicles, among others, are noted to be the major causes of accidents on Kogi highways. Khadijat Mohammed, reporting for Mlc TV.
Artificial intelligence is fast transforming the way people work and create opportunities across the world. In Kogi State, a 2-day capacity building training organized by the Asiwaju Asiru Foundation AAF in collaboration with Wizzy Tech Ventures has equipped young people with practical AI skills for efficiency and economic empowerment. The program was sponsored by the State Commissioner for Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, Mukadam Asiwaju Asiru Idris. We join our reporter Khadijat Mohammed for more.
People are already generating. I love that. Okay.
In a rapidly evolving digital world, artificial intelligence is no longer a concept of the future. It is a tool of the present, shaping how people work, learn, and create value. Recognizing the need to equip young people with relevant digital skills, the AA Foundation organized a 2-day intensive training on artificial intelligence aimed at building capacity, enhancing productivity, and positioning youths for economic empowerment. The sponsor, represented by the founder, OGN Foundation, and the Special Advisor on Student Affairs, described the move as a way of supporting youths to discover their hidden talents and creativity.
As much as it has its own disadvantages, the advantages are also numerous. Young people across the world are making millions of dollars daily on AI, and KOGI states and Nigeria at large cannot be left behind. So we are commending the initiator Mukadam Asiwaju Asiru through his foundation for putting this together.
He advised participants to remain focused.
And I've also tried to charge the young people to take serious advantage of this and not just see it as one of those trainings. So it is commendable and it is highly appreciated.
The DGAA Foundation and training facilitators said AI is the only way many graduate and undergraduate youths can be positively engaged without fear of the unknown.
You all know the foundation is the brainchild of the Honorable Commissioner of Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, Mukadam Asiwaju Asiru Idris. As we all know, ICT is the new oil, is the new gold mine, and AI as a tool is what can help you in delivering services anywhere you find yourself easily, make your work efficient, and you can even make profit about it. You can snowball into the business side of it, and that is why it has brought youths together to build their capacity for self-reliance and to empower them to face the ever challenging world.
It's technology, and with technology, there's what they call the ease of life. It makes things easier, makes you work faster. It helps you with the volume of knowledge that the brain itself cannot retain at the same time, at one time, or process in one go. Technology can help you with years of research in short time. Like before now, you see a research work can take like months and weeks, or weeks and months. But now you can actually do it in a shorter period of time. It helps with hastening results.
The reason why we've been saying that maybe the future is like now and not even later is because the world we live in right now is even, is evolving faster than the way it used to be, and everything is moving so fast that every day you wake up to newer trends and innovations and all that. And the beautiful part of this thing is that there are so many benefits of technology out there, and but the problem is we figured out that just a few people have the knowledge of how to use these things for for good. We have a lot of people that use it for bad as well, but the good part is usually it surpasses the bad part really. And so that's what we are trying to do, trying to bring it out more to a lot of youth to see that okay, you can actually use this tool for for good and stuff. And many times the tools that people have in their hands, many of the times they don't know how to even use them. They don't know how to navigate one or two things. That is exactly what we are trying to push and see how we can bring the best out of the youths. Back in the day, we see a lot of youths that are just out there doing nothing, and they say the idle's mind is the devil's workshop, right? So when you are just there, you start thinking of other vices that are not really the right way to go. So but with the AI now, your eyes are opening to say, okay, I can do this, and then turn it into profits, and you're good. Yeah.
On day 2, certificates of participation were issued, and the charge was made by the representative of the Commissioner for Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, Asiwaju Asiru Idris, on pathways for innovation and sustainable growth in the state.
The world of technology is moving, and you must move along. And most of our youth, they need it. And that is why he see it its own magnanimity that let me help the youth, because some of the youth, they don't have the means to go and learn it. We appeal to them that they should take it very serious, because this is a golden opportunity for them, which they may not have anywhere. And they should not see it as maybe this free something and take it with levity. They should make sure that they make it count, so that the sponsor will feel happy seeing them in future.
The founder, Wizitech Ventures, Sunday Baye, expressed the benefits attached to understanding the use of AI, said it will create an avenue to earn a living, reducing lack and poverty among youths in the country.
I believe the governments of the day, either in Kogi State or elsewhere, has a ministry tagged with technology, innovations, and artificial intelligence. So it's just a policy framework now that the government needs to work upon, with enough sensitization to let people know that yes, with artificial intelligence, you can curb away so many society ills. Okay, negativity in society. You can't be busy making money within the comfort of your home and you have time for negativities out there. The youth can be fully engaged and make them move away from social vices. And it's going to go a long way to help the government to even curb away unemployment in the society. So this is one of the reasons why Chief Mukadam Asiwaju, when we proposed to him that, sir, this is who we are. We don't want to keep this knowledge to ourselves alone. Let us spread the tentacle. Let everybody knows how to make money. You hear about youth saying urgent 2K, urgent this. You can make urgent 2 million naira within a space of one minute, 2 minutes, if you have a very good prompting skills.
Participants drawn from different backgrounds were glad they attended. They shared what they would do with the knowledge acquired.
AI right now is a game changer. AI is like having a smart assistant right beside you all the time. Makes work easier for you. And I've further been introduced to some more AI tools that can further help me in achieving so much in different ways that I've wanted to impact children.
For anyone to make any meaningful progress, you just have to follow the trend. AI is so important that today, within a split of seconds, you can get things done without stress. And particularly as someone who is in the academics, it's very, very important to me because we do a lot of research writing, a lot of proposals, even as a business person. So AI helps a lot in doing these things with ease, seamlessly.
I know the value of AI. Even though I've retired, I tried it in our office when I was the PAMSEC, so that we can organize training for our staff then. But unfortunately, it didn't hold due to some logistics. So I know the value of it, and I know how this has impacted on us. And it will continue to impact. As long as one lives, you must learn. There's no limit to learning.
First of all, I want to thank the founder and the sponsor of this very program, our dear Commissioner for Finance and Alhaji Asiwaju Idris. Though it's AI, it's not subject to AI alone. You need to be aware of yourself, your ability, your capacity, your intellectual capacity to prompt the AI to tell you and to deliver what you want. So AI is just going to help our job better and to deliver. And that's all. For this, I'm very grateful to him because it has helped me to also have a way of fast thinking what I need to deliver. The job is no longer monotonous. It's not that you're going to be stressed all the hours, cracking your brains. Just prompt your AI, give it the ideas you want and to help you out. So AI is in thing, and I believe that as a professional, whatever you are doing, you need AI to support you. That's why I've come in to be trained on it, and no knowledge is lost. With this, I am up there to do better things.
Practical applications of AI, including content creation, data handling, automation, and digital problem-solving skills designed to improve efficiency and enhance service delivery across sectors, form the study pack. After the Phase 1 training, the AA Foundation reaffirms its mission to continue to drive knowledge, innovation, and empowerment, ensuring that young people are not left behind in the age of artificial intelligence. Khadijat Mohammed, Reporting for MLC TV.
We'll go for a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Every wrinkle tells a story. Every gray hair carries wisdom. Every memory holds a lesson. Reintroducing Senior Citizen Alcove, a thought-provoking TV program where we sit with great men and women aged 60 and above to journey through the past, the present, and the future. From untold stories of yesterday to today's realities and visions for tomorrow, Senior Citizen Alcove gives our elders the microphone to share their wisdom, experiences, and guidance for generations to come. Engage, learn, be inspired. Only on Mlc TV YouTube channel. Because the future shines brighter when we honor the wisdom of the past. Senior Citizen Alcove, where experience speaks with Avoy Nwogu. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. It's still global news on Mlc TV. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has praised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, describing his leadership as bold, visionary, and unprecedented in youth empowerment as Kogi youth overwhelmingly endorsed the president for a second term in office. Speaking at the massive youth rally held at the Muhammadu Buhari Square in Lokoja, the state capital, to mark 2 years of his administration, Governor Dodo said the show of support by Kogi youth for President Tinubu was a clear reflection of confidence in the president's performance and the renewed hope agenda of the federal government. Governor Dodo commended the youth for the endorsement of the president's re-elections with 100 million naira to support his nomination form to contest the 2027 presidential election. Described as informed and courageous, noting that it was anchored on tangible achievements rather than political sentiments. Our reporter Faith Adike has more.
It was a huge crowd at the Muhammadu Buhari Square as youths across the 21 local government areas celebrate 2 years of Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo in office and endorse the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo.
Your Excellency, Mr. Governor, before we listen to you, sir, we also want to affirm the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term. Those in support, say hi. Mr. Governor, there are no people that may hear the eyes of it.
Excited Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has demonstrated uncommon courage in taking far-reaching economic decisions that are already yielding positive results. He noted that no administration in Nigeria's history has prioritized youth empowerment like he does, as he thanked the Nigerian First Lady Olorunmi Tinubu for her humanitarian intervention through the Renew Hope initiative.
Today, the youths of Kogi State have spoken with one loud, clear, and courageous voice. Your decision to endorse my father, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for a second term is not emotional. It is informed. It is the decision of young people who can think, young people who can judge the results, young people who understand leadership. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, is without doubt the boldest president in the history of our country. Any politician thinking only of re-election will have played safe. He will have postponed hard decisions. He will have allowed our economy to sink just to protect political comfort. But our father, the Jagaban, did not do that. He faced the storm. He took the heat. He led from the front. He took hard decisions to save Nigeria from total economic collapse. And today, we are seeing the result of courage. The naira is stabilizing. Fuel prices are becoming more friendly. Food prices are responding. The cost of living is dropping, while the standard of living is rising. This is not about grammar. This is not about propaganda. This is about results.
He accepted the endorsement of KOGI youths with humility, while urging them to remain united, focused, and committed to political engagement ahead of future elections.
To young people and women, this president believes in you. And let me say this to you today. President Bola Ahmed TINUBU has not only been a leader to Nigeria, he has been a father to me. He has guided me. He has supported me. He has encouraged me to succeed as your chief servant. I am lucky, very lucky, to be serving KOGI State at a time when Japan is serving Nigeria. My day out of KOGI State, your determination to be a second term shows one thing very clearly today. You are the best demographic coalition in Nigeria.
The APC national and state youth leaders, Dayo Israel and Mohammed said the energy and unity displayed by KOGI youths reflected the future of Nigeria, and the rally confirmed that KOGI youths are solidly behind the APC government. And the rally confirmed that KOGI youths are solidly behind the APC government.
Your Excellency, we in KOGI State here, you have done a wonderful job for we, the youth of KOGI State. Before you are coming, there is a say. And I say the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. But His Excellency in KOGI State, the youth are the leader of today. The more than 95% of the appointees in the non-governors are all youth below 35 years. This is the only way that we can tell you that we appreciate you for your fatherly love, for your fatherly support for the youth of KOGI State.
On the issue of security, I want to thank you for what you are doing. Because presently we are giving the bandits hit and they are running out of KOGI State. It is only a whisper or a wizard that will not vote for the president because of what you are doing in KOGI State. You have made the election of President TINUBU very easy.
In his remarks, the KOGI State APC chairman Abdullahi Bello, the National Youth Council of Nigeria NYCN, Babangida Issa, and other top government officials who spoke during the event noted that the massive turnout of youth at the event is a clear vote of confidence in the party's leadership, commended Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo for his leadership style, added that together they will consolidate the party's achievements and secure victory in the coming elections. The rally, which attracted party leaders, youth groups, women, students, persons living with disabilities, and other stakeholders from across the state, presented a check of 100 million to KOGI State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo for upward presentation to President Bola Ahmed TINUBU as their contributions to his 2027 re-election bid. Faith Adike reporting for Mlc TV.
The KOGI State chapter of the African Democratic Congress ADC has expressed strong content over KOGI State Independent Electoral Commission's (COSEC) decision to proceed with the local government election scheduled for October 17, 2026 without adequately involving opposition parties. In a statement issued in LOKOJA, the state capital, the ADC state chairman Kingsley Temitope Oga criticized COSEC for failing to notify the party and other stakeholders before announcing the election timetable. Stated that the party has not received any formal correspondence from COSEC regarding the election guidelines, timetable or modalities. He warned that If the Commission fails to address the party's concern, ADC will seek legal action to enforce its rights to participate in the poll. The ADC chairman therefore appealed to the public to stay vigilant and await further updates from the party. Professor IYABO, daughter of the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, has declared her intention to contest the 2027 governorship election in Ogun State under the platform of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC). She made the declaration during an interview with Nigerian football legend Segun Odegbami on 103.7 FM, Eagles 7 Sports. The former commissioners ruled out a return to the Senate, stating that her focus is firmly on the governorship race. The politician also confirmed that she recently joined the APC, explaining that her return to active politics followed persistent calls from supporters. Her declaration sets the stage for what may become a keenly contested governorship race in Ogun State ahead of the 2027 elections. And now security. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waheed Shuaibu, has commended the publisher of Confluence Trust newspaper, Solomon Agada, and assured media collaboration. Lieutenant General Waheed Shuaibu, represented at the meeting by the Chief of Civil Military Affairs, Nigerian Army, Major General Esu Ndagi, received delegation on behalf of the Chief of Army Staff alongside all the senior officers of the command. Lieutenant General Waheed Shuaibu commends the courtesy visit by the members of the board of directors of the newspaper company to the Army headquarters in Abuja and assured them of support at all times. Our reporter, Abiodun Sadiq, has more.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waheed Shuaibu, has commended the management of the Confluence Trust newspaper led by the publisher and CEO Solomon Agada for their objectivity, balanced and adequate reportage of activities of the Nigerian Army.
Made me more over the years to appreciate what they do. As they say, you can be winking in the dark every day. It is only when the journalist tells the people what you are doing that they will really know that you are doing something. Otherwise, so let me appreciate you for what you have been doing, and let me recognize the fact that you reached out to us to not just congratulate the Chief of Army Staff, but to collaborate with the Nigerian Army and by extension the Armed Forces of Nigeria. I want to remind that people always think that the Army has the solution. We don't. We are part of the solution. When the Army deploys to, for example, the Kina local government, it is to allow other institutions to function. Because when they function, then there is peace in the society. There is less conflict. And those who are bound to break the laws are forced to conform with the law. So also, as you project what we do, we also need you to tell those other government agencies to do their work. It is by so doing that we have peace in our community.
Solomon Agada expressed profound appreciation for the warm reception accorded to his team, explained that the visit was aimed at strengthening media-military collaboration, stressing that the Nigerian Army under the leadership of Lieutenant General Waheed Shuaibu has recorded remarkable successes in the fight against insecurity across the country.
Since the appointment of the President Chief Service Chiefs in Nigeria, the backlash of Nigerians on Nigerian Army and other security have reduced drastically. We emphasize on positivity of Nigerian Army. Hence, we are calling for more collaboration. And more so, sir, we are also pleading through this picture, sir, that if some of us, the Confluence Trust newspaper, can be listed as a consultant in the war against banditry and all social crime in society by enlightening the public of the role of Nigerian Army that enable us to go to bed with our 2 eyes closed today. We will do more better.
Agada commended the Nigerian Army for the establishment of the Army Barracks in the Kina local government area of Kogi State, describing it as a strategic intervention that has boosted security and public confidence in the area. He urged the military to sustain its effort towards restoring lasting peace and stability nationwide.
The Confluence Trust newspaper is a media outfit in headquarters in LOKOJA, KOGI State, the first federal capital of Nigeria, established in 2018. This organization has grown steadily over the years under review, with correspondence spread across the country. We remain firmly committed to responsible journalism, national building, and the promotion of peace, unity, and national development. We wish to commend the Nigerian Army under your able exemplary leadership for the remarkable stride recorded in the fight against insurgency, banditry, and other security challenges confronting our nation. Your efforts have restored hope to the many communities of particular note is the establishment of Army Barracks in the Kina local government area of Kogi State, which has enhance security and stability in the region. These achievements are truly commendable.
During the interactive session, the organization appealed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to continue prioritizing the welfare of officers and men of the Nigerian Armed Forces and other security agencies. The appeal included a call for scholarship schemes for the children of military personnel in recognition of the enormous sacrifices made by the officers and soldiers who spend long periods away from their families, with some paying the supreme price in the line of duty. The editor of the newspaper, Dele Onolulebi, with editor Warren Ubede Ojo Andrew, and Director of Administration Mercy Benjamin, noted that the visit was the first of its kind by the organization in the year, appealed to the Nigerian Army for institutional support, noting that the newspaper is a privately owned organization grappling with rising operational costs occasioned by current economic realities.
Improve on our work is through this one. Any form you can help us, we appreciate you.
We want the Nigerian Army to help us, to support us for this our mission and our vision, so that we can be able to drive in the society.
And not just as media organization, but as patriotic organization that we are. Part of our campaign that is currently ongoing is to see that Nigeria will get to a point where there will be scholarship for officers and family members of officers of the Nigerian Army. And it will get to a point where an officer will board a public vehicle in this country and they don't have to pay. The sacrifice that you can ever think of in life is the sacrifice that someone lay his life down for another. That is exactly what the Nigerian Army is doing.
Responding on behalf of the Chief of Army Staff, Major General Maitsu Ndagi expressed appreciation to the management and staff of the Confluence Trust newspaper for their confidence in an accurate reporting of the activities of the Nigerian Army. He emphasized the collaboration with credible media organizations remains critical, noting that the military cannot win the war against insecurity alone.
So for everything you've given us today, be rest assured that we'll make a formal representation to the Chief of Army Staff. And also the items you are giving to us, it's not for us, it's for the Chief of Army Staff, and it will surely get to him. So thank you very much for what you've been doing. We really appreciate the functions you perform in the society. It is only when you are there that there is a functional society. And it is by what you put out that they do an assessment of what the peace level is in every society. If the newspaper, in fact, is the first port of call for any researcher, if you want to find out how peaceful is KOGI, it is through the print and electronic media that you first go to. And it is what they say, based on what they see, that shapes the perception of the international agencies writing on not just our state, but our country at large. The war we are fighting against insurgents, against criminals, against bandits, against cultists and separatists in Nigeria is what, if we don't tackle and solve, will swallow the entire society. Once the perception becomes low of the security status in Nigeria, it will have an inverse effect on the socio-economics of the country. And the more the socio-economic is impacted, the more people you have resulting to self-help or crime outrightly. So please, we thank you for what you have been doing, and we enjoin you to do more.
The visit climaxed with the presentation of branded face caps bearing the name and logo of the Confluence Trust newspaper, copies of previous publication featuring reports on the Nigerian Army, and an award of excellent performance for the 2025-2026 to the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waid Shuaibu, received by Major General Etsu Undaji. Presentation of the Most Adequate Reportage Award of Excellence was also presented to the publisher and CEO of the Confluence Trust newspaper, Solomon Agada, by the Nigerian Army Headquarters, Annex, Abuja.
I'm very grateful to God Almighty for the privilege and the award being bestowed on me by Nigerian Army. First of its kind in the history of my media profession. First, I'd like to use this privilege to appreciate my immediate family, my beloved wife and children who bear my absence at all times. Really losing me at home for one reason or the other due to activities of publication. And it irritated me a lot, and our viewers, our listeners and audience who read about our stories, they get this award to them. By believing in Confluence Trust newspaper, I've been issued. It's not an easy task to be a publisher, but by the God strength on our side, we are able to move this milestone. To all our readers, I say thank you very much, and keep it up as you journey with us for the years ahead. Once again, Nigerian Army, I thank you for recognizing our modest contribution to media profession.
From Army Headquarters, Abuja, I'm Abiodun Sadiq reporting for MLC TV.
The head of the Association of Urubo, Mayora Family Crown, AUMFC, His Royal Highness Dr. Israel Agibo Eschanekwe, also known as Akpodoro, has cautioned former Nigerian Delta militant leader Mujahid Takubo Asari and Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi over the reported arrival of American troops in Nigeria as part of bilateral effort to combat terrorism. Akpodoro, in a statement issued by the Mayora Palace in Ughelli, Delta State, said the presence of U.S. troops was in line with diplomatic agreements between Nigeria and the United States aimed at strengthening the country's anti-terrorism campaign. He recalled past comments attributed to both Takubo Asari and Sheikh Gumi concerning U.S. military involvement in Nigeria, noting that such statements had raised concern about national security discourse. According to him, Takubo Asari was previously reported to have warned against the presence of American soldiers in Nigeria, while Sheikh Gumi had opposed U.S. military intervention following an air raid on terrorist hideouts in Sokoto, arguing that such involvement could escalate insecurity. Akpodoro described the comment as unhelpful and urgent public figures to exercise restraint when speaking on sensitive security matters. He further called on security agencies to take national security seriously and ensure that public commentary does not inflame tensions or embolden criminal elements. The Urobo leader also urged the federal government to sustain collaboration with international partners to address insecurity, stressing that the protection of lives and property remains a core responsibility of the government. Akpodoro also criticized recent comments credited to the President of the Supreme Council of Sharias in Nigeria, SN Sheikh Bashir Umar, who reportedly objected to the appointment of Professor Joash Amokwito, a Christian, as chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Akpodoro stressed that Nigeria is a multi-ethnic and multi-religious country and that public offices should not be viewed through a religious lens. He warned that statements capable of stoking religious tension should be avoided, urging the federal government and the Office of the National Security Advisor to caution individuals and groups whose utterances could threaten national unity. In our sport, Nigeria's under-20 women's team, the FALCONETS, secured a narrow 1-0 win over Senegal in the first leg of their third-round qualifier for the 2026 FIFA Under-20 Women's Cup in Poland. Despite dominating long stretches and creating several chances, the FALCONETS had only Kindness Ifeanyi's 51st minute strike to show for their superiority in one of Africa's decisive qualifying fixtures. Introduced after the break, Ifeanyi powered home a header from the well-delivered corner by defender Taniminu additional to give Nigeria a deserved advantage, leaving the tie finally balanced ahead of the return leg in Dakar this week. Nigeria was dealt an early setback when leading striker Janet Akekoromowe was forced off with injury in the first half. However, Shakirat Moshood and Taiwo Afolabi stepped up, driving several attacking moves that could have yielded more goals for the two-time World Cup silver medalists. The FALCONETS asserted control from the outset, pressing aggressively and pinning Senegal back for long spells. Their first clear opening came in the 12th minute when Moshood beat two defenders, only for a cross to be blocked and cleared. Moshood remained Nigeria's most dangerous athlete and went close in the 30th minute, breaking into the box before seeing a close-range effort brilliantly saved by Adji Ndaye. 5 minutes later, a sleek exchange between Moshood and Akekoromowe nearly produced the opener, but Senegal scrambled cleared for a corner. Nigeria finally broke the deadlock 6 minutes into the second half as Ifeanyi rose highest to head home additional corner. The goal scorer almost doubled the lead in the 66th minute, but Ndaye again intervened with a full stretch save. Both sides meet again in Dakar on Saturday, with the aggregate winner advancing to the final round of the qualification series. And now on entertainment. Veteran Nigerian singer Innocent Idibia, popularly called Tubaba, has reflected on personal and professional decisions he says he now regrets. The music star made a revelation during an appearance on the MIC on podcast, where he spoke honestly about lessons learned from difficult moments in his life and career. According to the father of 6, there are several situations he wished he had approached differently, especially those shaped by emotional pressure and stress. While speaking, Tubaba also revisited a controversial incident in London involving a disagreement with his wife, NATASHA, which led to his arrest in October 2025. The singer took responsibility for the episode, admitting that his reaction at the time was fueled by anger. He explained that managing personal challenges alongside public life has not always been easy, adding that some experiences have pushed him to reassess how he handles conflicts and pressure. The award-winning artist further noted that emotional strain can sometimes cloud judgment, stressing that he now understands the importance of responding more carefully in tense situations. There are so many things I wish I could rewind and do better. As a human being, there are times when you are overwhelmed or don't make the best decision. My thick skin is weaker now, he said. Tubaba added that life experiences have left him more reflective, teaching him valuable lessons about accountability, emotional control, and personal growth. On a sad note, 2 members of the Volunteer Guard of Nigerian VGN have been killed in Lokoja by gunmen suspected to be bandits. The officers Abbas Idris and Ibrahim Bello Hussein were killed in an ambush on Friday, February 6, 2026. They were killed while on duty. The chairman of Lokoja local government, Abdullahi Adamu, confirmed the killing of the officers in a statement made public. He described the incident as a heavy blow to the community and extended heartfelt condolences to the families, friends, and colleagues of the fallen officers. He also commended the courage of all security personnel who risk their lives daily to protect citizens. The council urged the community to remain vigilant and continue supporting security efforts in the area. Adamu called on all government agencies and community leaders to intensify collaboration in combating criminal activities. He emphasized that the local government would provide necessary assistance to the family of the fallen officers to help them through this difficult time. And that's the size of our package on Global News today. Please continue to follow our updates and exclusive stories on all our social media handles. Also join us weekend for our weekend pause at Mlc TV YouTube, at Mlc TV Facebook, at MLC TV Facebook, Twitter, Thread, Instagram, X, and TikTok, Mlc. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep your daily global news on Mlc TV. I am Avoy Unwogu. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the day.